Podcast 21.
Take one.
International version.
That's right.
It's an international edition of WATCast.
Multicultural.
I'm Will. This is...
Today I'm Aurora.
Okay.
But normally I'm Mike.
And I am never Aurora and always Ouch.
Excellent. Welcome. This time around, we bring Mike into the fold. Mike is visiting us from... Is it America, you say?
It is.
America.
It is states that are united.
Yeah.
He was telling me about your American accent.
Yeah.
Can you do us a little...
You're going to have to do...
though?
I don't know, whichever one you were doing the other day, but you're going to have to do one of your stories as...
No. Stop avoiding doing your American accent.
No, I will do it.
Oh,
as
okay.
part of
All
the
right,
story.
all right.
So the reason Mike's referring to stories is we're playing a game called...
Stories.
What
Identity.
did I call it earlier?
Did we have a name for it?
No, I called it Filmecdotes.
Filmecdotes. Nice.
Yeah. Oh. So basically, the idea... it's a combination of Mike and was it Richard came up with?
I believe it was Richard,
suggestion?
yeah, Jurassic Park style.
Yeah, shout out to Richard Fine for this idea. Basically, the idea is that you have to describe a film, a common film that other people might be able to guess, as if you were one of the characters going through something that happened in that film, and then the others have to guess
What the film is and who you were.
When I was thinking about this last night, I was thinking, as soon as I say, like... It seemed like the films I was choosing would have been very easy for you to guess straight away.
They are all kind of easy.
I think mine are pretty easy.
So what I've done is gone for ones that are very difficult to guess.
Okay.
And I've gone for characters which are bit parts.
Okay.
So
I've done a couple
the
of
hard
bit
part
parts.
is like trying to have a character that's a bit part, but not spend the entire time just describing the main character, because that's the only thing you know about those bit characters. But so you got to embellish a little bit.
I may be very bad at this because my research is up here.
All up there.
Yeah, and for the audio listener, I'd just like to point out Will is looking very dapper today.
Like a priest.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a vicar.
A vicar.
If a vicar had Bieber's hair.
Does Bieber have that hair?
I'd hope not.
I don't.
Well, maybe not. Maybe yours is a bit
Maybe
mouseier.
he just has a lock of Bieber's hair.
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah, home, but...
Yeah.
In his shrine.
Anyway, so, Mike, we know you. Hello, James.
Hello. Did I kick your ball?
Yeah, you were
Okay.
balling me.
I'm sorry.
So, I'm just trying to find a way to introduce you. How would you introduce yourself?
Say it was like Mike the book. What would the back of the book say?
Well, I can tell you, actually, because I have a book, and I can just read you the back of it.
Seamless. That was seamless.
That was a great segue. I appreciate that.
Thanks, man.
Let's see.
That was unscripted.
Yeah.
I got to see if my phone will even load it up here with my sweet over-the-seas internet.
So presume it's actually bringing the data from American masts.
Probably.
What carrier are you on?
T-Mobile.
Oh, T-Mobile.
That's right.
It's
Wink.
T-Mobile in England. Just, yeah.
T-Mobs.
Yeah.
There you go. So, I don't know. Actually, the introduction in my book says something about...
Mike Geig is an actor and philanthropist from Ohio.
No, it actually, it embellishes quite a bit, and it's completely not serious, and I make a lot of stuff up. Because that's how I am as an author, is I just like to lie to people. Okay. But it says something about being set on fire and having 1 million likes on Facebook. Actually, no, I've been set on fire, but just didn't have 1 million likes on Facebook.
I thought you said 1 million legs.
I did.
Yes, I am like the Shiva, only instead of arms I have legs. It's not very useful.
Mycopede.
Wait, here, what do I have here? I have...
Mycopede.
well, there's a bunch of professional crap about what I do. I'm skipping that.
Well, that's kind of what we were wanted, really.
Oh, okay.
I'm not interested in that.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got no
it says
idea.
something about teacher and game developer, that sort of thing. Well-known international man of mystery. I am a fan of accordions and loitering. I was once set on fire, and I have 1 million likes on Facebook. That's me skipping like the professional bits, but that's actually what it says on my book.
Okay.
Nice.
And I thank Angelina Jolie on the cover.
Cool.
How can you be an international, well-known man of mystery?
It's really hard. It takes a lot of practice. I'm not going to lie, it's not easy.
You've taken two extremes and somehow combined them into one person.
I know.
Somehow.
He's a mystery, but everyone knows him.
I know, it's tough. It's really, there's a lot of ducking in the alleyways involved, right?
Well, the pretend lift, where you do that and then go...
I'm just going to go downstairs.
Yeah. Oh, shit, they've seen me.
A lot of newspapers with eye holes cut into it.
Perfect.
Right, yeah.
Always carry one of those around with me.
Sometimes I dress like Will and just pretend to be him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's, since I've met him, threatened several times to rescue me from socially awkward situations, both professionally and socially. whereby his plan is he will dress up as an old English Bobby and come and arrest me should I get into some kind of
That's awesome.
hot water.
Yeah.
A peeler.
A peeler?
Yeah, they're called, the old bobbies are called peelers.
Are they?
Peeler.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
Peel Street.
Even you guys don't know your own.
No, well, I don't. James knows everything. He's got the lingo.
A man of
That's
history, yeah.
Yeah. fair.
International man of history.
I'm an international man of history.
Right, should we play this game?
Let's.
I'm really nervous about this game.
Go ahead. And,
I'm going to go first.
All right.
Just
I'd like-
because
yeah.
mine are lengthy.
Whoa, that's a load of writing.
I know, right? He's
written them out
Holy
in-
crap.
in
really
narrative form.
prepared.
But the problem is I know you'll get them after about a sentence.
Ah, right. So why did you carry on writing?
Because I thought if you don't, it'll be even better.
Okay.
I'm not actually going to guess. I'm going to wait for him to finish.
Yeah,
Because
I
want
won't guess then. I'll wait until you finished. So you got to do the whole thing
Oh,
in an American
You
accent.
put that much work into it.
we don't want to rob you of that.
okay. Well, I'm not going to do this one because
Why did you write it then?
no, I'm in the accent.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. What accent are you going to do this one in? Can you do it as Johnny Depp?
Can I do them in accents that I know will throw you off?
Yes.
Oh, of course.
It wouldn't be a game otherwise.
Can you do Louis Spence?
No.
It's very
I mean, it
good,
doesn't
actually. That's
translate.
very good.
I don't know
No.
who Louis Spence is.
What's I can't.
We'll show you who Louis Spence is after this.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna do this one just so that we can get a feel for
Right.
what it might be like. I don't know if yours are in your head, so it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter. So anyway, so
It's not very nice.
no, I'm saying it doesn't matter what mine are written.
Nothing
like.
in your head matters. That's
No.
what you just said.
Well, generally.
No, it's fair enough.
So once I was assigned to this case, right, I had to tag along with a mate of mine who was going to speak to this old guy. So supposedly this guy had been in prison for a really long time. And they wouldn't tell me why, but for whatever reason, he had knowledge of prison that we needed access to. Mike's already got it. Anyway, long story short, I ended up having to work with the guy as he refused to give up the information. We went to this hotel where he demanded that he get a haircut. He had his hair grown long since he'd been in prison. It was a grunge thing, apparently. But who the hell knows what that is anyway. So this is when it got a little bit crazy, right? He tried to throw my boss off the balcony to try and escape custody. So I'm there, shouting at him to not drop my boss, and he legs it. That's as far as I wrote because I didn't know that you would just wait for me to finish. You obviously know what it is.
Of course.
It's obviously The Night Before Christmas.
It's Santa Claus the movie.
Ooh, yeah, a good one. Tim
It's The
Allen.
Rock.
Yes, it is The Rock.
And you, Womack.
Nope,
Oh, you were Womack's, the other one.
nope. Who
Nomac.
was I?
You were Nicolas Cage's character.
Whose name is?
Speed Tugman. I have no
Stanley
idea.
Goodspeed.
Tugman. That's kind of close, but just off and
Oh,
up.
yeah, that was from Tropic Thunder, but yeah.
Yeah.
Stanley
It's,
Goodspeed.
Stanley Goodspeed.
I don't know. I just want to find some fucking rockets.
Sweet. Okay, I've got the idea now. Mine are going to be nothing like that.
She was the prom queen. Cool. So yeah, that's my first one. The Rock. Goodspeed. Point to Elge.
Yes.
That was good.
In the
For
lead.
Goodspeed.
Wait, hold on. No, because Mike knew it as well.
Yeah, but just for Goodspeed.
Yeah, you get the
You both
points.
get the point.
But Tug Speedman was good.
Yeah.
I think you should get a point for
The
that.
games are made up and the points don't matter, right?
We play we
Yeah.
play rules of imaginary points.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you trade them in for...
Yeah, imaginary prizes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that sounds
imaginary
great.
cash prizes.
Yeah.
All right.
Michael, hit us with it.
All right. So
And how do you want us to play on this one? Do you want us to wait till you finished, or
Is it a buzz in?
I did not write a narrative. I just wrote down facts, and I'm just going to sort of weave a tale of lies from the truth.
Wow, okay.
So,
Was he going to lie as well?
oh, probably.
how's that going to work?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No, I'm not just going to lie about the plot points. I'm going to embellish certain elements.
Right.
Right.
All right. So really, the hardest thing, or the thing about growing up as an 11-year-old girl in Pennsylvania, right, is
Michael.
there's not really all that much to be upset about, but still you find reasons to be upset about this and that. Like, I was mad that my mom was dead and things like that, or, whatever. And so I didn't have a lot of friends, right? And it was kind of weird because I had a crush on my literature teacher. But you know what? No matter what, the boy next door, Thomas, right? He always understood me, right? We were really good friends, all right? That is until the day we went out spraying each other with water guns and we kicked up a hive of bees.
It was Mogo.
It was my girl, yeah.
Oh, right.
Will buzzed in very
Thomas
early
died.
there.
Oh, you went. I thought you were just buzzing me as.
My go.
Oh, I thought you said no go. See, all right.
Oh, right.
So I always stopped you. Yeah, but I was an 11-year-old girl in Pennsylvania. It's impressive that 11-year-old girl in Pennsylvania, you immediately
knew
my
it.
girl.
Well, my girl's one of...
I've never seen My Girl.
You've never seen
That's
it?
the other weird thing about that.
How did you get it so quickly? It took me till he said bees, which I believe was the last word he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the only
I think
film
you're
I could think
lying.
of about a girl.
I think you're lying. I never
That's
have
the
seen it.
title, so.
You're lying.
There are no other girls in films.
No.
All right, what
I
do you
certainly
got?
haven't seen it.
Right.
Hit me with
I'm
it.
going to delve into the Mind Palace now. Or the Mind Shed.
You will find your spirit animal.
Probably more of a drawer. Going into my mind drawer. Right, well, I've got 3. They're on my phone. Can I remember them?
Nope.
Yeah, right. So, when I was growing up, I used to live with my mum on the farm, and she was quite fit. I can't really say that. All right, fine. Let's start again. So when I was growing up,
watching the film as a clue about
yeah.
Looper.
Correct. Okay. So that was easy.
Wow.
And then you got that from Fit Mum.
Yeah, and fun.
Wow. I hadn't even got to the best bit yet.
What's the best of it? I want to hear.
It was more that you said Fit Mum, and I knew that you would think that whatever her name was in that film.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt?
Yeah, that's heresy.
What was the rest of it? I want to hear.
I was just going to make it up. And I used to have these tantrums where everything would float. And one day a guy came along wearing a prosthetic nose, and we bonded. And then for some reason he had random sex with my mum, which was no foreplotting for that whatsoever. But he did.
Well, you said she was fit.
Yeah, that's true. But she just like phones him or something. Was like, "You want it?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm downstairs. Leave the prosthetic nose on." That's what she said. I'm going off topic a bit here.
Yeah.
Consider you've already guessed.
You're going into a lot of detail about your mom's affairs there.
She is fit.
Maybe that's why you have the the mind bullet telekinesis.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Oh man, we're blasting through these. I might have to script some more. Okay. This is terrible.
Was this your American accent one?
I can do American accent if you want. So this one time I was on an internal flight in the U.S. Everything was going great until suddenly all hell breaks loose. And this scrawny little guy somehow setting a Native American guy on fire. And before I know what's up, all the other passengers are taking over the plane.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
No, I thought you had to finish.
You have to finish.
Okay, I can finish. And our flight is being diverted to Lerner Airfield.
Con Air.
And the waters are receded.
Canair.
Just throw a little bit of Shawshank in there.
Canair.
Yeah.
With Kaj and Cyrus the Virus.
I was doing that from the perspective of...
Yeah, do we have to guess the character?
Yeah.
Is that Bubba Gump?
Yeah.
Whose name
character is-
was Mr. Diabetes 2012.
Jeff Diabetes.
Jeff Diabetes. Him and John Word's are good friends.
No, that was from the perspective of Baby-O.
Baby-O.
There you go.
That was it.
That was from
close.
the perspective of one of the keys
Going
on
home,
the guard's belt chain.
Yeah, I thought about that as well. I was like, how can I
Inanimate objects.
guarantee?
Check.
Yep. Michael,
All right.
pitch me.
I got to get in character.
Okay, how long do you need?
Okay.
You need a fluffer.
Yeah, you got one. All right. So this one time I was an apple. All right. And
Hold on, you were in Apple.
no, I was an apple.
You were an Apple.
Yeah, it was a weird time in my life. I was going through some stuff. But
Okay.
so I was an apple, right? And not really enjoying my life, I decided to run away from home, right? Just as apples will do. And I really kind of fell in with this bad crowd, right? Just kind of bad apples, if you will, right? And so, you know, one night we just get wasted, I black out, and I wake up in this market and I'm being sold, right? And just totally bad news. So I get bought and I'm like scared. I'm like, what is happening, right?
Hang on a minute. Is it going to be Aladdin?
No.
I'm just trying to think of any film where there's an apple being eaten.
Is there one in Aladdin?
He steals one at the start, doesn't he?
I'm sorry, I'm channeling here.
Sorry.
Raw emotion.
Sorry.
Into an apple.
Mid-flow.
That's why I had to get in character, right? So I'm just going to apple shape.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, so I was bought, and I'm kind of freaking out. But turns out the lady was really nice, right? This is an older lady. She was really nice, bought me whatever. So we go back to her place, right? And just out of nowhere, she starts bathing me, right? Wash me off. It feels kind of nice, right? And then I see some other apples, and I'm like, oh, sweet. Hey, what's up, guys? And then she pulls out this knife and just starts going at us, right? Just splits us apart. I die. We all die. Whatever. And so then I get baked, right? I'm just getting baked into this pie, right? And I'm just sitting there as this pie, and I'm just like, all right, this is terrible. I'm dead. I'm a pie now, apparently.
I know what this is.
And so I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is the worst day ever. And so this kid comes in, and I think, oh great, so this is it. I'm gonna get eaten, right? This kid's gonna eat me, and then that's gonna be the end of it. All of a sudden he drops his pants, right? And I'm like, what is happening? And he just starts fucking going at this pie. And I'm in there, and I'm just like, no, dude, no. And and that's pretty much, how I died.
Wow.
As an apple.
That is American Pie. That's incredible.
From the side of an apple.
From the mind of my guy.
Wow.
I wanted to pick one you wouldn't guess.
Well, it took me a while.
I was going
As soon as I was being baked into a pie.
Yeah, it's like, as soon as you said pie, I was like, oh, he's going to fuck the pie, isn't he? I knew it.
Wow.
I'm proud of my bad apple
That was
joke.
good, man. That was good.
Yeah, a bad crowd.
I really like that.
Well done.
Shit. Right.
Let's see what's next.
My one. Right. Okay. So there was this one time when I was a black guard in a
Oh, I already know.
hospital.
Just be a guard.
No, it's important.
Because
Okay.
I was black in this particular scene.
Go on.
Yeah. Can I say this at the right thing?
What are you talking about?
Or scene.
Just keep telling the story, Jesus.
And I was there minding my business, guarding the morgue. And one day these two young medical students come down, and they've got a body. Check the toe tag, it all seems fine. And then I realised if they're in there, that'll be fine. It's my turn to go off, and I need a Waz and have a coffee. That'll be sweet. So I go off, just trundling around, hear some noise downstairs, some screaming back in the morgue. So I run back down, and there's absolute chaos in there. There's bodies everywhere, there's blood, there's a severed head which is talking in this tin bowl, and I'm blacked out, I'm passed out, and next thing I know, I'm one of them.
Is it Candyman?
No.
I've got no
I
idea.
thought I knew, but I have no friggin' idea.
I can give you another clue.
Okay.
All right.
This is quite a weird film. So I'm
yeah,
not sure.
really?
It's not Leonard Part 6, is it?
It's not Leonard Part 6. I did consider doing Leonard Part 6, but it meant that I would have had to have watched it. There's a scene in this film where there's a severed head going down on a screaming woman.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. What movie is that? Oh, my God.
How, you must have seen this.
No, I've got no idea what you're talking about. Is this like one of those old... those old school Australian horror...
No, it's not. Well, it's like that, but it's not Australian.
Right, like Troma.
I'm trying to remember how a black god fits into this.
Guard. Not God.
Wait.
Guard.
Guard.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Something
Guard.
or the...
Security
Wow, that must have been
guard.
totally confusing for you
Yeah,
then.
because as soon as you said black god, I was like Hitchcock, right? The movie Hitchcock,
Yeah.
where Will Smith is a... No, black guard. Wow, shit. But that severed head going down on someone, that's... What is that? Or what is that?
Do you want to
You're
know?
not getting it. Do it.
The Reanimator.
Yes!
Oh, man.
Oh, I was thinking it might have been one of the Phantasm series, but yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Total shit.
No, I mean, the way you described it sounds great.
Oh, yeah, well,
I
obviously.
mean, when you put it like that, it sounds
Must have been a good time,
That was the best bit in the film.
apparently.
Yeah.
almost as good as the Puppet Master series.
You'll go, Will.
Okay.
He's hiding the back of the second page.
And there's 2 pages.
Yeah, it's just spilled over. I'm going to save my favourite one for last. So when I was younger, I started out as part of this government research program. There's a bunch of guys just like me. We hung out together at this facility. One day, these army guys were showing off our skills on this training operation. And this is where it gets crazy, right? I got hit by lightning. Okay. So the next thing I know, I can think a lot more clearly. And I'm like, do you know what? Fuck this. I don't want to hang out with these army guys. I'm just going to go off and do whatever I want. So I wandered around for a while. I met this nice lady named Stephanie. And we hung out at her house. And she had this dickhead of a boyfriend. So I thought he was going to beat on her. So one day I decided to take his car apart. I took it apart into like hundreds of parts. And he was really mad and it was pretty funny. But the worst thing is though, the army guys wanted to come take me back, right? So I was like, oh man. And after a lot of fucking around, I had to sort of see them off with my rocket launcher. And I ended up just hanging out with Stephanie and her friend Steve Gutenberg. So.
He didn't have a rocket. It was a shoulder-mounted laser system, right?
Yeah.
Your mother was a snowblower.
What's the film?
Short Circuit.
Yeah.
Or Chappie.
Yeah.
Hard to say. God, what a letdown.
Did you see Chappie?
Oh, yeah.
What did you think?
Oh, God. So bad.
I knew you guys would get on.
Best part of the entire movie of Chappie was that scene where the camera panned out and you just saw the giant mech just slowly, like solemnly flying across the screen. Because it was almost comedic in how stupid it was.
I didn't even get that far. We talked about Chappie last week. He's not a fan,
I didn't think it was too bad.
You didn't think that it was bad, did you?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
If the whole movie was like the first 10 minutes, I would have been all over that movie. When those robots are just blowing people away and stuff, you're like if this keeps up, yeah, that's pretty sweet, right? It just was awesome level of destruction. But then the Diane word, which I like their music, but terrible actors, right? And they ended up just being them in the movie, which was a terrible
listening
choice.
to their own music.
Yeah. And like all
really
neon, totally didn't even blend in at all. It was like an eyesore. And then, and then the guy at work pulls a gun out and puts the other guy's head, and they're like, I'm joking. And everyone else is like, oh, you guy.
You kidder.
And then it's like the scientist is like, I discovered true AI. And Sigourney Weaver's like, no one's going to want that. Just go back to your cubicle. What the Hugh Jackman's like, I built this giant mech with anti-air capabilities. And Sigourney Weaver, nobody's going to want that. Have you ever heard of the US fucking A? Do you know how much we'd pay for mechs with anti-air capabilities to just run around? Yeah, like it's stupid.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Did you change your mind?
There are some compelling arguments against the film Chappie.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't really do it last week with it was shit over and over again. That was my only point that I kept raising.
You missed the part where they extracted the human soul with a PlayStation 4.
No.
True, actually, yeah.
Way.
No, not one PlayStation 4.
Well, you needed more.
About 18.
You needed 18 PlayStation 4s because human soul was that complex.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. That's about right.
Yeah, it seems about
and it was extracted through a helmet.
Like a bicycle helmet.
And
a sieve. Was it a sieve?
Was
it a bicycle helmet?
Yeah.
From a bicycle helmet with bits sort of glued onto it.
See, I made up the end last week.
Yeah.
The end that I made up sounds less ridiculous than the actual end of the film.
And the best part is this helmet that can extract the human soul also can extract Chappie's soul just by putting it on his head because we have the exact same makeup, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah. Someone made this. Yeah. Someone looked at that script and went, nah, all right.
And also, the guy that made it is going to be making the new Alien film.
I like Neil Blomkamp, right? As a director, I like his stuff, but
since District 9, it's been a steady downward.
I liked Elysium.
Trajectory.
It
wasn't as good, was it?
No, I mean,
I don't know. I found it enjoyable.
He can't do subtle, can he? He cannot do subtle.
Well, subtle's not. District 9 was a little subtle.
Yeah, District 9 was, but because he's got the Lucas effect, hasn't he? Where when Lucas first made Star Wars, he had all these people, no one trusted him. He had all these help, and he made Star Wars. Then when he come back for the prequels, everyone just kissed his ass and said yes.
Shyamalan problem.
Yeah, and it's the same with Blomkamp. When Jackson took Blomkamp on, he made District 9. He had help and he had some herding and guidance. He made District 9 awesome. And then the next time, District 9 was so awesome, everyone's like, yeah, you can do what you want. He made Elysium and it was an absolute car crash.
Oh, I liked it. I thought the villain was fun. Because he was just like, I'm going to kill you, and then he kills you. Like,
Kruger,
just like this is what I'm going to do.
As in
Copley.
Yeah.
Jodie Foster, on the other hand.
Oh, yeah.
Not that
your accents are better than hers. Anyway, sorry, we're back onto Blomkamp. This seems to be
it's a very anti-Blomkamp podcast.
It's not. I do like Blomkamp.
It's 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah, all right, should we stop talking?
But Chappie was shit. I mean, let's just...
Right.
I'd rather watch Short Circuit again. See how I link that back.
That movie was awesome. Yeah. Short Circuit 2.
2 was fucking...
When he joins the gang... Oroko kick your mouth. Oroko kick your face. Oroko kick your ass into outer space.
I don't remember that bit.
No, I don't remember that bit at all.
Dude, it's in it. Yeah, it's awesome.
I'll watch it again.
And then he gets in trouble for joining a gang and accidentally drilling into a bank vault.
Oh yeah, I
that's
remember
for
that.
Benjamin.
He's got the mohawk, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like Benjamin lied. Then he puts the mohawk on.
The guy in Short Circuit, the Indian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not Indian.
He's not Indian at all.
No, I only just realised this the other day.
He was in Lost.
What?
He was in Lost.
Who?
He was the guy on the boat that's really freaked out.
I've never seen Lost.
Oh, well, then why are you asking?
Well, I don't
ask.
know a boat, so I didn't watch Lost that far, apparently.
Okay. Well,
there was an airplane and an island.
Lost.
Did they get found?
Sort of.
They didn't.
It's the worst.
It's a long story.
Yeah, it literally
okay.
is a long shit story.
Oh, right, okay.
Lost was...
Was it purgatory?
Pretty much.
Oh,
Pretty much what everyone thought it was going to be.
okay, brilliant.
Anyway.
Oh, yes,
Is
your
it
next
mine?
one.
Whose turn is it?
Oh, yeah, you were Johnny Five, right?
just
Which
did-
led on to this entire...
Yeah, tirade.
No more Blomkamp for this.
Yeah.
Blomkampfless. That's what the rest of this podcast will be.
Shut it down.
Stamp it into effect.
Just fade me out. Yeah.
All right.
Mike, what inanimate object are you today?
Non-inanimate object.
Were you the lamp loved by Breck Tamlin? Shit, I should have done that one.
I was the right tassel of the carpet in Aladdin. All right. I was the glass eye in the Bond villain. So anyway, okay. So all growing up, loved basketball, right? My grandpa played basketball. My dad played basketball. My family taught me how to play basketball. Great.
Space Jam.
No.
White man can't jump.
Nope.
It's the only basketball.
Basketball Diaries.
And so anyway, I played basketball. I practiced hard, and I was actually really good. I was a starter on my high school team, and it was great. We had a good time and stuff. I was real popular, big hit and stuff like that. And well, around that age, high school and stuff like that, kids start going through puberty or whatever, growing and getting better at things, more physical and stuff. And I didn't grow so much. And this one kid on our team, man, he just got so good, just amazing, like almost overnight, right? Just amazing basketball player. And so, he starts just, leading the team, just being awesome. You guys know?
I know.
I don't.
You do?
Is it Teen Wolf?
It is Teen Wolf.
Oh,
Yes. Booyah.
And I was going to end with something along the lines, but I can't believe they let a werewolf play basketball.
That was good.
Booyah.
That was awesome. Yeah.
I just realised that's the only other basketball film I know other than Space Jam, so it must be that.
Yeah. Because nothing can exist outside your smear of knowledge.
My smear.
Apparently, I can't pick anything outside of your knowledge. So
No,
We're just intrinsically linked.
that's right.
I did.
I'm not sure. Can I check my phone? Because I do have another one on
You
there.
may not.
Detailed literature on your phone.
I wouldn't say it's detailed. It's the name of a film that I've just written down.
Spelled incorrectly.
Oh, here we go. I've got it. Right.
Which I did.
Right. So yeah, I moved into my apartment, and I play piano quite a lot in there. Have lots of parties, soirees, I like to call them.
Okay.
Get the women round. They keep their tops on. It's clean.
Okay.
I can see the rest of the buildings, and it's good fun just sitting and watching them all. And a woman lets her dog down occasionally.
Rear Window.
Yes. Damn it.
What was it?
Rear Window. Hitchcock thing.
Oh, no, I don't know that one.
I don't remember him playing piano for a start.
Oh, there's some piano.
See, when you said piano, I just thought big. With the giant piano board. Yeah.
Nice.
No.
Mm.
It
Well, that would
was
have been an incredible one to do. You should have kept that to yourself.
one day my friend turned into an adult.
I
Big.
thought it was weird. But
That was the problem I was having with
What,
this game.
lack of subtlety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day, this time I went to a theme park and there were dinosaurs, Jurassic Park. I couldn't think of anything that wasn't.
Yeah.
I stayed in this hotel for the winter and my dad went mental. Do you know what I mean? They're all really short, the ones that I could come up with.
See, you should tell The Shining from the perspective of one of the twin girls. So me and
Yeah,
my
me and my
sister,
sister were
we
in
just
this
always
cupboard and,
we just always hang out,
Yeah.
play games in the hallway.
I like
And
to hold hands and play.
then one day, right before the blood wave, which happens on Tuesdays, this guy is in the hallway. It's weird.
There you go. And that's how you tell The Shining.
Yes.
Okay. Next one. I've done quite a lot of these already. Okay. So this is the 2-pager.
3 to be exact.
So what?
3 to be exact.
Anyway,
It's big font, isn't it?
it is a big one. So when I was a kid, when I was kind of young, my family went through this really crazy time, right? I never really knew that much about what was going on before it all kicked off, but there were a few hints. So it was like this one time, for example, my dad came into my room, right? And he starts asking about my boyfriend. And then he tells me that if he gives me any shit, that I should just take care of it. And he gives me a flick knife. Okay. So I'm like, what, am I going to stab my boyfriend? And I had an argument with him. So that was the first hint that there was something weird with my dad. He's got it. But later we found out that he'd been working this case, right? It was super secretive, so like no one knew about it. And as a result, the few people that did know about it got killed.
My girl too.
That would be awesome.
Which really sucked for my dad because, like, you know, when the stuff started kicking off and going wrong, no one would believe him about what was happening. And the worst thing was that he'd undergone this surgery to go undercover with this gang, so he looked like this leader. Yeah, anyway.
Trav and Cage.
Yeah. Peace.
Oh, for Sof.
Massive. Yeah.
Sweet.
Told from the perspective of
The daughter.
his daughter.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and think of one now while you're doing it, so I may be somewhat distracted.
Excellent.
All right. Okay. So before I worked at Unity, I was a traveling salesman, right? And so I would fly all over the world and I'd just sell stuff, right? It was a good gig. I made my own hours. I kind of, just managed my own inventory. It was pretty awesome. And so, I was doing this and one day, this competition of mine, they sent this guy to mug me, right? And so,
To what, you?
What's that? To mug me.
Oh, right,
Attack
right.
me, steal my stuff, yeah, that sort of thing.
I thought you said Merc,
Oh, yeah, to murk me.
which means the same thing, weirdly enough.
Does it? Oh, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, Merkin.
Now, Merkin's like a pubic.
No, a Merkin is a pubic wig, but to Merc someone.
No, that's a little bit different than Merkin.
Oh, wow, we're in some kind of...
Because Merkin
Carry
is
on.
slang for American. Merkin. Mugging. Okay, anyway.
They sent a guy to mug you.
Yeah, so he did. I was mugged and just knocked me unconscious. And so I woke up in the hospital like some time later. And I'm trying to figure out what happened. I'm trying to figure out where I am, that sort of thing. And it turns out the guy that mugged me stole my identity.
Oh, no.
Right? Yeah, I know. It was tough, right? And so I'm sitting... Right. And so, like, this guy is going around pretending to be me, right? Stealing all my stuff, right? Just messing with all the people that I know is terrible.
Talented Mr. Ripley?
What's that?
Talented Mr.
No.
Ripley?
And so...
What's the sequel?
Death of a Salesman?
So, while I'm there, right, and I realize that this guy stole my identity, I think, all right, well, what if I steal his identity? Right?
Face Off.
Face Off, that's right.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's right. As soon as you did it, I was like, I got to do my version.
Hang on, what?
Going around the world selling stuff.
Yeah, he was an arms dealer and a drug dealer.
Wow, sold us a kipper.
Good work.
That's right.
Jesus.
And it was mugged by the competition, the government.
Wow. James, how's your creation process
I've got
going?
one.
Okay.
I've got one.
Okay.
Okay,
It's a wee little one.
It's very short, but we'll see if you can get it.
That's what she said.
So
I was Princess Jasmine. Oh, wait a minute.
Aladdin.
Jabba was my master. Easy. Right, so where am I? Okay. Right, I need to get into character. So I was a young boy, and me, my mum, and my little sister and dog lived in this house. Never really see my dad anymore. You never really see him. And things keep moving around in my bedroom. All my prized possessions keep moving around in my bedroom when I'm not there. And that's the whole film from my perspective.
You really hoped we'd get it.
I really hoped you'd get it from that.
Poltergeist.
No.
All your prized possessions move around
Was
when you're not
the
there?
word prize like carefully dropped in there?
No. I just couldn't think of a word that went there. Let me see if I can embellish.
Okay, please do.
Shit.
What happened to your family during this period?
Well, my family, we just went
horror?
around. Occasionally we went to, I think one time we went to the arcade. That happened. Then we moved house. Then I needed to clear up my stuff and put it in for a garage sale, but the bags got mixed up. And I ended up taking them to a daycare centre.
Toy Story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I did from his
If you had
point of
said
view.
all your toys had moved around.
That's why I didn't want to say it.
Well, if you were hoping we'd guess it and
Also,
then
they didn't move around because they were super careful to get back in the right place.
Thanks,
Not all
Will.
the time.
Toy Story,
Thanks,
right?
Will, for crushing it.
Just going to destroy that.
Oh, well, I thought it was a good one.
It's very good.
But from his point of view, that's all that happens in the
Yeah.
film.
That's true, yeah.
He leaves the room and then comes back in.
And he's kind of a dull character now
He
that
is,
you put
yeah.
it like
He's
that.
not very three-dimensional.
Went to a pizza party once.
Yeah.
That was all right.
And his dad was never around. So
I was correct in that.
Nailed it.
I was just wrong about everything else.
His dad moved next door and started a new family with that other kid.
Scud. No, that was the dog, wasn't it?
Scud was the dog.
Scud was the dog.
The kid Nelson or something?
Simpsons.
Well,
what was he? Andy? No.
No, Andy was.
Andy is.
He was also
character.
Andy.
That was me.
You were Andy.
Brian. I think it was Brian.
Yeah, Brian. Fine.
Hello, Brian. Spaced.
I know.
Oh, right, okay.
Hello.
Right, your last one?
I don't have any more. So
Second to last. Actually, I'm going to do the easier one first, and then we'll get down to real goods. Okay, this is super easy as well. So when I was a kid, I got bullied a lot, as you can imagine.
Karate Kid.
No, there was this
exactly
gang of kids
thinking.
that used to chase me down the street, right? It was really horrible.
Never Ending Story.
Yeah.
Dude, I was literally just about to do Neverending Story from the perspective of the Orin.
Well,
What's the orange?
That's the symbol
necklace
on the book.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was that giant golden gates, the
No,
tits.
those are the Oracle.
Because one had tits. I remember
They
that as a
both did.
kid. Did they both have
Yeah, they're
tits?
both
Maybe I was
fixes.
fixated on one.
Yeah.
One was nicer.
he was like,
You really just saw it from the one angle.
Look at those rotoscope tits.
They were like straight out 90
They were,
degrees.
they were.
they were
Awesome.
good effects.
They were good effects.
Good.
Have you seen it
The
recently?
good effects. Just good effects.
Anyway, okay, I'm going to save my other one.
Can you pass my water,
Well, I
please?
was going to do the orange,
Thank
so
you.
now I got to think of a
one
new
more.
one.
I've got
So
to Filmecdotes.
I'll have to imagine.
Do we
it.
have the bowl of Destiny's Child, or is that gone? Beyonce's,
We've got the shoe
Beyonce's
bag
bow.
of Destiny.
Of Destiny's Child? What?
So this is a common feature that we go to at the end of each episode where we have a bowl of dumb questions that we printed off the internet. They've now been transferred into a bag. It was called the Bowl of Destiny, and then was called the Bowl of Destiny's Child.
Oh, I see.
It's now the bag of Destiny's Child, which
Doesn't really
without that
work.
explanation
Yeah.
means nothing to anyone.
You've just unravelled the joke.
Good.
I just
What we should
explained the
do-
steps
It's
towards it.
hilarious.
Seeing as you're from overseas, maybe we should talk a little bit more about that. Have some international flavours in the podcast.
Slavers.
Some flavial.
That's right.
So the differences between US culture and the UK culture, maybe? I'm just spitballing until someone else talks.
Who else spitballing?
It was that's a bit of a broad topic, but
Is there anything that you find really weird coming to England? What do you miss the most
so
from
here, let me
America?
tell you this. So the first time I came to England, I did not like it here. Right.
Understandable.
It's all the
Right.
people you met, right?
Well, here's the thing, and don't take this the wrong way, but this is about to be incredibly insulting.
Well, I'm not sure if I can then.
Yeah. So the first time I came to England, I kind of was like, man, everything is just really old and shitty here. Right. But then the second time I came here, I was like,
You didn't stay at the old people's home.
well, everything is kind of old and shitty here. And by now, I'm just like, oh, that's just kind of the thing, right? Everything is just really old here. And
Yeah.
And once you kind of get like, oh, you have to understand in America, there's nothing like more than 200 years old. Like.
And nothing
it.
shitty at all.
Well, dude, there's plenty of shitty stuff, but it's like man-made shitty. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like
It's recently shitty.
Nothing's like ravaged by time. It's just like
absolutely.
graffitied and blown up. And
Just
stuff.
ravaged by people.
Exactly, right? So like, yeah, so it was really different. It was like all your roads are like crazy, and this is a road, but it's really not even shoulder width. It's like, oh, okay, that's just kind of because stuff is really, really old. And I don't really mean to say that it's shitty, but when you first get here, it's like, wow, everything is like super old, and it's just like was really unusual. So that was like the first time I was here, I was like, ugh. And now I'm just like, oh, it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Did you think that there would be like castles everywhere?
No, I didn't. I assumed that I'd seen at least one. So
Have you seen one?
Yeah, there is one. There's right down the road there. There's that
Is it?
Henry IV Pleasure Castle thing you guys got here in Brighton. What is
Not a
it?
real castle.
Yeah, but it's compared to the real castles in America, it's a real
I've
castle.
not been to a pleasure
What is-
castle.
what is
I think
the
it means
place?
The
thing on
Bulldog.
the corner of the park.
The
where you've
palace
got the-
area.
Oh, the
Yeah.
pavilion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
Pleasure castle. I like the sound of
well,
that.
that's what it was built for, right?
They
It was
should
built-
rebrand it.
This entire town was built to just basically be like a sexcapade, right? And so, yeah.
Still is in many ways.
Well,
I just tend to be on a different street every time that happens.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention to the literature posted on the walls.
Oh, yeah, no, I never do that.
Yeah, really. But no, it's a cool place. I don't really know that that's a funny observation of culture,
Well,
but it's certainly.
When you say old, what you mean is we have history
yeah, I
and
guess
heritage
yeah.
and all things that you guys don't have.
It's like the saying that England thinks 100 miles is a far distance and America thinks 100 years is a long time.
Nice.
Yeah, because I had a friend that came over from America and he just couldn't get used to walking everywhere. He was even to.
Was he from LA?
No, he was from South Carolina.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, Middle America, we don't walk anywhere, but like big cities, you walk everywhere too.
Yeah, I guess he was from the sticks.
Ohio, that Ohio like line there, Ohio, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and such.
But he just couldn't get used to it at all, and he would have a main meal, and he'd be like, "Okay, that was my starter. Where's the main meal?" I mean, he was a big guy, like huge. By the time he went home, he was as skinny as you were.
Is that true?
That is 100% true.
I mean, he stayed here. He stayed for 25 years.
He overstayed his visa, and now he's not ever allowed back in. But he stayed for, I think it was a year. But
Hold on, is this the plot of...
Leonard Part 6.
Yeah. No, Professor To the Clump.
Do you know about Leonard Part 6?
Yeah, with Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
You covered your mouth like,
Sex.
I said sex.
Oh, fuck.
That's with Bill Cosby, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, it's not okay to say sex and Bill Cosby in the same sentence. It's too soon.
Yeah.
Way too soon.
But I'll never eat pudding pops the same way.
Well, look, I've got one more.
Oh, right, okay.
Don't bring us out on a tree.
Is that the end of our culture discussion?
Well, I just thought I'd get this out of the way, then we can go back to it.
Okay.
We can just say words that I find funny and you find funny from each other.
Farce it.
Kebab.
This better be better than this conversation we're about to have, Will.
It's really
better have some kebabs.
I'm going to do it anyway. So there was this one day that started out just like any other, you can imagine. And
Is that a clue?
We got in the car with the family. Suddenly it all got a little bit frantic. I thought it was a road trip at first because they'd packed lots of stuff. But suddenly they're driving really fast and lots of other people were as well.
War of the Worlds.
No.
Don't dismiss me like that.
No.
A no would have sufficed.
Child, please.
So we drive for what seems like hours, and all I wanted to do was get out and play Frisbee, but I don't think that's what we were going to do. And eventually we ended up in this tunnel, right? And there
Independence Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the dog.
Yes.
Yes.
Damn it.
That's a good one.
Frisbee, I was thinking Tron.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Tron.
I just wanted to play with my identity disc.
Yeah, I said later we hung out with the president's wife and everything was all burnt.
How
That's
would
a
the
good
dog
one.
know it was the president's wife? When he was just said some lady?
Smelt her ass.
Yeah,
that's a presidential ass.
That's what they do. Oh, regal.
Presidential ass.
Yeah.
Ass.
Yeah, because you don't say wanker over there, do you?
No.
In America, wanker's not a thing.
No.
Can you say it?
A wanker.
Yeah, it sounds so funny.
So strange.
Because you're like wanker. You don't do the
Wanker.
ER, you do
All right,
an A.
mate, you wanker.
Yeah.
You, excuse me, you wankers.
Yeah.
Would you mind
Oh, I love that. If you go out, you go, excuse me, wanker, would you, they'd just be so thrown off by it.
Well, it's funny, and even some of your swear words sound way worse coming out of my mouth than your mouth. Like how much can we swear on this podcast? Since I've never been
no
on
one
it?
listens,
Say
it's
anything
fine.
you want.
Yeah, so when
It's
I
only
say,
us listening to it.
okay, so when I say the word cunt, right, it's so much more offensive than when you say it.
Is it?
Yeah, but we use it in a semi-matey way, don't
But
we?
just
That's
even,
why it's
and I think everyone's so used to it with an English accent that's what you say. But when you say it with the American, because it's
Yeah, it does sound
the U and the hard T, it's just
Yeah.
like shit, man. That's a fucked up thing to say to someone.
When you hear that word in an English film, it's not as effective as when you hear it in American film.
No, yeah.
It's because you can't normally say that in films. So.
You can't.
Right.
Yeah, that's
the top
probably
one.
the worst word you can say in America, which is weird because it's it's so unused that even using it is so holy shit, man.
Yeah.
It's
the worst one in England as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
But it's
generally
that's
that's
like
the top level.
our motherfucker, right?
And
Which is a really bad thing to say to someone.
Melon farmer.
But at the same time, if you say it to your friends all the time,
Yeah.
right? So it is a bad word, but it's not really. It depends on context, right? Yeah.
When you think of other words, tallywhacker. Do you know?
Tallywhacker.
We never use that one. But that is a British one. Todger. Do you use Todger?
Torture? No.
It's the old John
Bell
Thomas. The whole thing, shaft and all. Todger.
It's funny. So I was walking around. I saw you at the store Urban Outfitters.
Yep.
Which is funny because what does urban mean for you guys?
It means like
street.
city living, street vibes,
Okay.
gangs.
All right. Yeah. All right. So it's similar then.
Chappy.
Yeah.
Urban music would be music of a rap nature.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. It was similar. So, I mean, really, it's in America. I mean, that's true, but it's really, I mean, if you're being completely honest, it's associated with black culture.
That's what I was getting to. Yes,
yeah, okay.
But without.
All right. So yeah. But I mean, let's be absolutely honest. I mean, stereotypical, but sure, that's still the colloquialism.
But
of
I
the
don't
word.
think that's the way they're using it in the shop.
No.
Like, it's just like, oh, this is cool and hip.
But I was
Basically,
curious if it had a different meaning.
Nah, not
than
really.
it did. Okay.
I mean,
Urban Outfitters is the home of the hipster, though, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hipster. I don't know that hipsters shop there in America.
You have hipsters in America, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. But they're more thrift stores, Goodwill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, this
clothing.
is like taking that and distilling it down into...
Yeah, what Brighton does
That's
best.
a prep hipster.
Yeah.
What Brighton does best is taking old shit and making it really expensive.
You have a store I walked by on the way to the hotel. It sells rotary phones.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know where that is. It's around the corner.
Yeah, it's right in the lanes where they split.
Yes.
And they're right by Mesmerist or whatever it is. But yeah, rotary phones.
There we go. See? Yeah.
No one needs them.
What other words? Faucet. Where does that come from?
Faucet?
Yeah. Do you say faucet?
Faucet.
No, I know
yeah.
what it is, but
Yeah,
I mean...
but for your sink, yeah.
But why faucet? Do you know?
I don't know.
You should know, because we call it a tap.
Call it a tap.
Yeah, why is it called a tap?
We
You don't
call-
tap on it.
We call
You tap the water.
yeah,
about?
like tapping a well,
Yeah,
tapping
like
a
tapping
keg.
a well.
Oh, I see.
A
For the listeners
keg
at home.
tap is a faucet.
James is swearing at me with his hands.
Yeah.
That's not one we have.
You don't use that?
No,
Not even for victory.
Ah.
no. That's like maybe peace
if you did
in
that-
the 60s, but
If you did that to someone,
they'd maybe probably just do a bag. Because it's like, oh, peace. You know, I don't know. I don't think anyone even does that.
you have that one, don't you? The wanking
Everyone
the
has
wanker
that
sign.
one. Yeah. That's universal.
Middle finger.
Oh, yeah.
Middle
Yeah.
finger, obviously.
Some cultures it's that, but that's not ours. I don't. Some cultures like
Spain,
that's bad.
Is it Spain? Is it that's bad?
A few of them. Germany, you don't do that.
What if you're
Like Germany,
diving?
this is really bad, so you do that instead.
What does that mean?
That's just the number 3. So
Oh.
you would never do 3 like that.
Oh, yeah, because that's in Inglourious Bastards, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I don't. I mean, that's really.
What do you think of English food?
You know, I haven't had a lot of it.
That's
You love the ham hock, though, right?
The ham hock, dude. The ham hock is so fucking good. Like
Where'd
it's
you have
like
a ham
ruined all their food for me. The Cricketer, I go there definitely once, twice, 3 times every time I'm here. That place is
Twice,
awesome.
3 times a ham hock.
Yeah, that place, the ham hock is awesome. But like, I've never been here on a Sunday, so I haven't got to try your Sunday roast.
Oh, what?
I know, because here's the thing.
Go to any Weatherspoons, they do a roast every day.
I was about to say, like,
pint for 3
it's
quid.
amazing how strict your country is about the Sunday roast only being on Sunday.
Right.
It's like,
Clues in the name, Mike.
right, but here's the thing. Like, we have a store called Thanksgiving Dinner, where you can get Thanksgiving dinner, breakfast, lunch, or dinner 365 days a year. Wow. If Sunday roast was a thing for us, there would be a franchise called Sunday Roast where you could get it whenever you wanted. We don't limit that stuff. We don't.
You have to appreciate that this is a culture where up until like, I don't know, maybe a decade ago, we didn't have shopping on Sundays. You couldn't open a shop on Sundays.
Apparently, you can't open a shop on most days because all your stores are closed by 3 in the afternoon anyway. It's absolutely ridiculous.
We're taking the European version of the work week, which is a siesta till 7 and then
Go to bed.
Yeah, then go to bed.
It's amazing,
You're
man.
too drunk at that point.
All your stores are closed, and I'm like, how are you supposed to go to a store if you work?
Yeah.
'Cause,
Same with banks. Do you have banks that are open all the time?
well, they're open until about 5.
Oh, okay, that's the same.
5 or
Damn
6.
it.
Bank hours, yeah. Yeah, banks aren't open all that much.
We're having a revival of burgers in Brighton, aren't we, really? There's so many burger
London, to
places.
say, like, it's a UK thing, I think.
Oh, okay, UK thing.
Yeah.
So I don't really leave Brighton, so
You know, so the first time I was here, everyone was like, we're going to take you to get these burgers. It's the best burger you've ever had, guarantee it kind of deal. What was it? It's at the food festival park thing?
Yeah, it's Trolls Pantry.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, and
And then we went to Burger Brothers as well at some point.
and you know, good, right?
But-
He's 7 of 10. Definitely 7 of 10. Solid effort. And it's really the burger I had, which as many have explained is the best burger you'll ever have, was really as good as a burger can get using real, wholesome, natural cooking methods. Right? But you have to understand, like, the way we cook burgers is unholy. Like, it's just, we do unnatural shit. Like, you fry the bun in goose fat first. You infuse the burger with egg and cheese, right? And then the types of bacons, the types of lettuce. I mean, it's all like seeds in the buns. I mean, just the stuff that we do. Like,
that's another thing that I wanted to mention. Bacon.
Yeah.
Because you guys can't do bacon properly.
Well, I was.
We were talking about this last night. We have many types of bacon, and a lot of people think like the one you're talking about, the crispy bacon. Yeah, that's not like bacon. That's just one of the many ways we have bacon.
When I went to Chicago, probably about 6 years ago.
That was your first mistake.
Granted. Oh. I was recording out there. It wasn't a choice.
Sploosh.
Yeah, name drop. Yeah.
I was about to say.
No, I didn't say who I was recording with, Steve Albini. However, I tried to find bacon and I couldn't. I could only find either pre-cooked.
Did you look if you couldn't find bacon in America?
I looked in a shop.
We have a conference I go to every January where we have a bacon bar. For the conference, they spend $50,000 a year on bacon for this conference. Just for the bacon.
You blow my mind. You need to explain that.
Yeah.
What do you mean by a bacon bar?
Is there a menu?
It's literally like, so it's on like the Thursday of this event, and they put these up all over. They're like a buffet style, where types of bacon and then types of dipping sauces and stuff, like chocolate, so chocolate covered bacon and things like that, and it's a bacon bar, and that's what they do.
That's my stag do sorted.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And so like
wow, cholesterol buffet.
I mean, because I've had. Basically, I've been to a few places in England and gotten bacon that's all kind of been the same, right? And American bacon, you can get like the brittle crunch bacon, but you can get it thick cut where it's nice and chewy. You can get it, smoked versus fried versus grilled versus whatever, candied bacon. Oh, so good. Candy bacon is the shit.
No, I had that.
Yeah. So you effectively...
We've got a lot to learn.
You candy bacon and then brown sugar, sometimes walnuts and stuff like that, pecans, and sometimes it's crispy, sometimes it's chewy, but... Yeah, sometimes chocolate covered fried.
I've just eaten.
So when you say American bacon, I have to say you're going to have to be more specific.
Because the only type I've seen is the thing, and it's the same with the bread. You guys have got like Wonder Bread, weird like...
Oh, yeah, we have like bleached white breads. We have enriched bread.
It's really sweet. Like,
yeah, we've got a lot of...
really light. Like, it's like a cloud. You spread anything on it and it just disintegrates.
We have that, but we have all the other...
You have normal breads.
Oh, I mean, you go to the bread department of any store and you're going to have like at least 20 varieties.
Well, see, I went there and all I could find was crap bread.
Well,
so
if you're in like...
Chicago.
Basically,
if you're in downtown Chicago, you're not exactly like... You're getting whatever stores have on hand. But
yeah, true.
I live in Ohio, right? So our supermarkets are the size of schools. Like, I mean...
To be fair, it was probably me going, oh, I'll get some bread and bacon. Oh, they don't have any. I'll have to buy chicken wings again. It was probably more, I looked like with inverted commas. Yeah.
But no,
where is it, chicken wings?
We have that enriched bread, which is very sweet.
Yeah, it's really odd. Like brioche almost.
Yeah, well, I'd never even realized it growing up or anything, but so I spent a year in Iraq, and when I got back, I was like, has bread always been this soft? Like, oh my God, this bread is weird. There's like, yeah. And I'm like, a year away, man, you think bread is more durable, I guess, more, it's tougher than that, saltier than that. And then it's like, oh man, you don't even realize how weird the bread is sometimes.
Are you a sports follower?
I watch sports, but I don't like follow it. If it's on, I watch it.
I was just seeing what your opinion of soccer was.
It's
hooliganism.
Well, soccer is great if you want to catch like a matinee, a little bit of theater, a little bit of touch, and just hitting the ground and rolling around.
It's a fair point.
Any injury really hurts the face, apparently.
Yeah. Have you seen rugby?
Oh, dude, rugby's awesome.
Because rugby is what American football should be like, basically.
Well, here's the thing. So rugby. So I played a little bit of rugby when I was in the Army and stuff, and it's fun, right? I really enjoyed it. I played tackle football without pads too, so I enjoy that, right? But
you enjoy it because you could probably destroy anyone, right?
No, I mean, there's a lot of other big people play, so it's really not. Yeah, I mean, it's an even playing field, really. But it's enjoyable. But here's the thing about American football, and why I kind of disagree that rugby is what football should be. Because of the way football...
You can call me a cock, it's fine.
No, but I have a real answer for this.
All right.
He's a real cock, though.
Well, this is true. But it's how he looks.
Tomato.
But because of the way it's played in the pads and stuff, players and teams can have longevity, so you can watch a player's career because they're not just getting hurt so quickly and then out of the sport.
But you say that rugby, there's more injuries, like career-threatening injuries in football, soccer, than there is in rugby. Rugby is a safer sport than any sport that we play nationally.
Yeah, but that's because the people that play it are these like seriously toughened up, like you don't get into being high level rugby player without proving your density, right?
But that's what makes it so good, is that it's like Sparta. Almost. I don't even like rugby. Why am I being such a...
You're just being a weird nationalist.
I am, aren't I? I'm turning into Farage.
Would you prefer to watch Spartans fighting Spartans or Spartans fighting like...
the Persians.
Exactly. And that's what football...
That's what American over time.
That's what American football lets you do, because you've got like these breakout athlete stars. They're just going to run over other people, and it's actually kind of fun to watch. Rugby, everyone's tough, and it's just like, okay.
I think the thing about American football I don't get is the stop-start nature of it.
Yeah.
Like, now there's a timeout and we all have a hug.
There's a lot of strategy to it.
Take a knee.
There's a lot of strategy to it that once you understand that, the game makes a lot more sense.
Problem.
But I feel that way about soccer, for your football, right? Because if I feel that I can't appreciate that sport because there's a strategy that I just don't understand. I feel that way about hockey too.
Sometimes I think football is like art, where people will look at it and say...
a line on a canvas and go,
there's different meaning behind that. And sometimes I just think the manager just goes, just fucking go and score more goals than them.
Hit the ball into the net.
More.
You're in goal, you stay in goal. That's it.
The rest
you can use your hands. Here are some funny gloves.
Yeah, I mean, that sometimes I think it's like that, where people read too much into it.
Possibly. But all I know is I watched the World Cup, and I'm just like, after this random length of time game, right? Seems like the refs are all like, "Are you tired? Yeah, me too. All right, game." Right? It's like after some just indiscriminate amount of time, and neither teams have scored. Everyone goes, "That was a great game," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah,
nothing happened.
It can be boring. But then at the same time, because it's so boring for so long, when something does happen, it's so exciting.
But your chances are you'll be like out of your seat for that 1 second.
Well, when we played...
Sky Plus was invented.
When we played you guys in the World Cup, England, USA, we scored within like 13...
I was about to say, I imagine we did great in that match.
We scored in like 13 minutes, but it was shown on channel ITV over here, and that whole channel cut out for the minute that we scored the goal. And then they come back and went, sorry for the delay. It's actually 1-0 now. And you could hear the whole fucking country go, what?
Is that what that was? I think I heard that from America.
It was because we were all there, and then it cut out. And we were like, for fuck's sake.
It was if a million souls cried out all at once.
That's pretty much what it was, yeah. The Book of the Dead. Yeah.
But no, I don't follow sports. I just watch them if they're on. So
I'm done quizzing now culturally.
Good cultural quizzing.
Would you want to do Shoebox of Doom or whatever it's called?
Let's have a couple of questions in the bag, and then we'll wrap this mother. So if you delve into the bag...
Where do these questions come from?
They come from...
Internet.
Do people ask you these questions, or are they just questions you found?
They're questions we found from Getting to Know You quiz on the internet. So find a small scrap.
A small scrap. What are the larger pieces of paper?
No, past bullshit that we've read out.
All right.
If it's crap, just get a different one as well.
Well, this will be interesting because I'm gonna have no idea who you're talking about, and you're probably gonna have no idea who I'm talking about. Who is your favorite dead politician?
I don't have any favorite politicians at all, so...
Well, pick the one you hate the least. But they have to be dead.
Pick the only one you know who's dead.
Churchill.
Fair enough.
He invented that. Well done.
FDR.
Well, all right.
Any reason?
Because there's an American sitting next to me.
Okay.
Wasn't he in a wheelchair? Didn't he fight bears?
No, that's Ironside.
I want the one that fought bears.
That's Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, him. I'll have him.
That's, yeah.
TDR.
TDR, that's it.
How about yours?
I would, they're all so much fun. I don't know. We've got a lot of I'm going to go Calvin Coolidge.
Oh.
And here's why.
Sequels, as he used to be known.
Calvin Coolidge. Sorry, I didn't know that wasn't supposed to go back in. From what I understand, Calvin Coolidge, besides me not knowing anything else about his policies or being a president or whatever, he liked to have people rub Vaseline on his head.
Oh.
And
don't we all?
So that's fun. You could also go with Taft. I don't know, besides Churchill.
He invented the taffy, right?
No, he was a president, but he was so fat that he got stuck in the bathtub once, and they had to break it apart to get him out.
Wow.
So those are two fun American presidents. I'm trying to think, was Margaret Thatcher a politician?
She certainly was, yeah.
Okay.
She
She's dead, yes.
She's dead, yeah.
They had a $1 billion state funeral for her.
English politician.
I wonder why money was a bit tight.
Henry VIII had a great song.
Not a politician, is a king.
Yeah,
politician.
He was more of
politics.
He was more of a dictator.
That's
I believe.
still politics.
You're sort of.
Have I gone soft?
Yeah.
There we go. Fix that.
If you could go on a road trip with any person, dead or alive, who would you choose and where would you go? William.
Hold on, there's just extreme squeaking from the buttons of my headphones, so I'm really distracted.
Do you want me to read the question again?
Do over.
If you could go on a road trip with any person, dead or alive, who would you choose and where would you go?
Am I dead? Or are they dead or alive?
Well, it wouldn't make a difference.
Because it said or.
Yeah.
So you could be.
So, yeah, you could be dead if you want.
Okay.
Where would you go when you're dead?
Nowhere. I'd be dead.
It wouldn't matter, would it? It'd just stand you up anywhere.
So I've derailed that, sorry.
Right, next question. Go on, Mike, you can answer.
Any person?
Any person, dead or alive.
Dead or do they have to be real?
Well, I don't know if... Are you going to make someone up?
Well, I mean, just like a fictional character.
Oh, right. No, you can have that. Or you have the actor being that person.
But
we
what
can
if a
get around it that way.
person was not an actor? What if it was like either animatronic, animated, whatever?
Just tell us what you want to do.
Just tell us what you want.
I'm thinking
Jessica Rabbit, is it?
Falcor.
Falcor?
From Neverending Story?
Of course.
Well, then you could go wherever you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I could go anywhere, I would probably go... I'd take Falcor to Vegas because he was a luck dragon.
Genius.
How'd you get him in? Put a hat and a tash on him.
This is my uncle.
Yeah.
Atreyu.
Shut up about that. I'm Mike. Oh, yes.
That's right.
Scratch my ear for luck. Well?
I would probably... I was thinking Michael Jackson, Neverland, but then...
How old are you in this scenario?
I'm my age now, so I'm probably fine.
So you're safe.
Yeah, you're not invited.
I just want to see the environment. Not welcome.
Yeah, he wouldn't want you coming in, mate.
The Oompa Loompas would throw it out. Yeah. I've got another answer when he's done.
Oh, just go. He's still thinking.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Michael Jackson. Go with yours.
I'd road trip with the T-1000, help him find John Connor.
Nice.
Because I just want to be like, I just want to ride bitch on the back of his motorcycle, like clinging to him as we're riding.
So it'd be like...
And then get off and be like, have you seen this boy?
So it'd be like T2, but the other side of T2.
Yeah, I would just be like...
The Hunt for John Connor.
That's right.
They're probably going to make that now, aren't they?
Yeah, now that you've put that...
Put that on the internet, yeah.
No, it's
I just want the T-1000 to have like a sidecar on his motorcycle, so you're just
sitting there with an old square with goggles.
That's right.
Looking like Dr. Robotnik.
Just handing out, have you seen this boy? Have you seen this boy? Throwing out pamphlets.
Awesome.
What about yourself? You have to answer it.
What was the question? If you go on a road trip with any person, dead or alive, who would you choose and where would you go? Danny Carey from Tool.
Yeah.
The drummer from Tool.
Where are you going with Carey?
To his shed.
Oh, hello.
Where he keeps his drums.
What are you doing there?
Playing drums.
Okay.
Where he keeps
That's
his
boring,
drum.
actually. And then afterwards, maybe we go to the pub.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, have a burger or something. And
In
then just
Zanzibar.
chat. Zanzibar.
There you go.
No, Ulaanbaatar, the capital of Mongolia. Little fact for you there.
The factoid.
Do you know the national dish of Ulaanbaatar?
No.
Sheep's head.
Okay.
Yes. Carry on.
Okay. Final question to wrap up the podcast. Was there ever a time you were frightened for your life?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
Right now.
Not for me.
Oh.
Actually. I've got nothing for this question.
I got trapped between two cars just before a gig. I wasn't frightened for my life. I was frightened for my leg. Does that count?
Yeah.
You can bleed out
Close
from your
enough.
leg, so sure.
Yeah, I got out and the guy driving, there's only a 2-person band. He
A duo.
very stoned. And he was like, can you see me in? And it was one of these big vans with a metal step that stuck out the back.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, back, whoa. And when he heard whoa, he heard go. So he went, "Urgh," and my leg got trapped to the metal step and the bumper of the car. And I heard my bone creak. Like my bone went, and I was like, ah! And he pulled forwards and come out and there was a dent. I'm not kidding. I don't know how to show a dent. It was like that.
In your leg?
In my leg. And there was no...
In your shin?
Yeah. And then I had to play drums like 20 minutes later. And
you mean you had to? It's not Back to the Future.
Well, of course I did. It's a 2-person band. I can't drop
You're
out.
mortally injured, like...
No, it wasn't mortally. I just was scared that my leg was gonna like snap off.
Crump off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first off, it's really weird. Was it your right leg?
Yes.
Okay. So I used to be a truck driver.
Hold on, you've been in Iraq.
Yeah.
Surely you have lots of these stories.
I did. So
you might not want to tell those.
I'm going to go last, and then I'm probably going to answer or ask another question so we don't end on such a heavy note.
Okay.
But by the way, so when I was a truck driver, I slipped and fell, hit my right shin on the metal step on the back of a truck, and put a huge dent in it.
Brothers from another mother.
So weird, man. All right. Will, ever fear for your life?
No, I've got nothing. That's
You've really never been so scared that you thought you might die?
I've not been in any threatening scenarios.
Ever?
No, I once woke up in a bath having nearly drowned because I was too drunk. And I got in with all my clothes on and nearly drowned myself. I wasn't scared. I was just like, that was stupid.
Because you were still drunk at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever been mugged or anything?
Nope.
Wow.
Very lucky.
All right.
There was a time when I was a kid, I think I told this story on the podcast before, where...
Face off.
Yeah. My dad had a flick knife.
Airbud.
Yeah, it's not Airbud.
Okay.
It's not a film either.
All right, go on.
Me and my mate used to bike down to this stream. It's really hard not to make it sound like
like one of the films.
Yeah. My girl. No. It was in this sort of really rural area, and there was this guy up a tree, and we were like, well, there's never anyone around for miles, and there's a dude up a tree, and he was like, do you want to come up the tree? And we were like,
Was it Boo Radley and To Kill a Mockingbird?
Yeah. And anyway, me and Jem, no.
Yeah, you almost got knifed for certain.
This is it. It's funny you should say that. Like, I was like, yeah, no. And my mate was like, yeah, we better go. And so we kind of like sort of went back to our bikes and went to bike back to his house because it was like up this epically steep hill. And he was like getting really freaked out. He was really sweating and stuff, like biking really fast. Like, dude, I'm sure he's not like chasing us or something. Like, what are you worried about? And we got to the top of the hill and he's like, did you see that? I was like, what? And he's like, he had a massive knife attached to his leg.
Fuck.
And I was like, he was just going to like pedo us to death.
Wow.
With a knife.
English rednecks.
So that's like post fear, and it wasn't even my fear, it was my mate. Yeah. I was just like, huh?
Could have died.
Could have died. Not scared.
But you had no idea.
Yeah.
So those are the best kind.
Oblivious.
Okay.
So I was in Iraq. I was in the army. My unit got attacked like 32 times. So yeah, quite a few times. Most of the time, like you don't really notice. Like it was being shot at. Like unless like you actively are aware you're being shot at, you don't even know until later when you find bullet holes, and you're like, oh shit, someone was shooting at us, right? Like,
fuck.
So yeah, right. So I was a gunner, right, and on the back of these trucks, basically, and they would always put these IEDs, improvised explosive devices, in the side of the road, right, and so you would see like crater, fresh mound of dirt with wires coming out of it, and you're just like, okay, and you're driving right by it, like, is it gonna blow up? And it doesn't. You're like, oh, cool, made it today, right? It's just like,
fucking hell, man.
Makes you.
So you got to laugh.
I've done nothing with my life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got crushed by a van.
Yeah.
And you saw a man up a tree. I mean, the pale in insignificance.
He had a big knife, to be fair.
He did have a big knife.
Allegedly. So.
You want to hear a really fucked up story?
Yeah, yes. Always, yes.
Yes, okay. So we're in this fuel haul unit, like 18-wheelers, big semi-trucks, 7,000 gallons of jet fuel each truck, right? And so we're driving down this road, just left a air base in Balad, Iraq, right? And there's a guy in front of us with this, what's a tiny pickup truck here in England? Like we would say an S10, like a...
Right, yeah, I know what you mean.
A ute.
A little ute.
Yeah,
but... A little Daihatsu.
So it was basically a tiny pickup truck just loaded with sheep and like ropes over top.
Were they the sheep from Worms that explode though?
No. Okay. Well, maybe. Let me finish.
Were they alive?
Yeah, just it was the guy was transporting his livestock, right? So, but it had these ropes, like a net of ropes, it was like an ice cream cone almost.
Holding
with all
the sheep in place?
Yeah, just like giant ball of sheep. That's like genius. Hanging off the sides. They were just huge. It was like 30 sheep in the back of the truck.
Was it Wallace?
Yeah, Wallace and Gromit.
I know that guy.
I've not seen Wallace and Gromit.
You need to watch that is British humour, isn't it? Yeah. To a T.
Okay. Was that like claymation style?
Yeah, it's really good.
So anyway, so we're driving down this road. This road's real bumpy. It's bombed and blown up, and a lot of stuff was over there at the time. And so anyway, he hits this bump or whatever, and the net snaps, and the back of the truck opens, and these sheep pile out into this highway.
Final Destination 7.
We're going like 60 miles an hour in these semi trucks, and we just. So yeah, just thud for like, I don't know, a good 100 and some yards, and just it was like rolling. It was like stepping on a ketchup packet, is what it was. But here's the thing: at the time, like there was no like sanitation services or anything like that, so they just stayed there for months in the heat.
Well, it's actually on a street. It's not like on a dirt road.
No, it was a road.
Paved road.
Yeah, it was paved road. But there's no no one to clean it up. There's no government services or anything, right? And so those sheep bodies just sat there in that heat for months until there was just dust from all the cars.
But they stank.
Oh yeah, real bad.
Lamb jerky.
You probably should have stopped and cooked it up at least.
Fresh.
I don't know. All those tire marks.
Right, let's end on a non-sheep death note with a new question. Mike, your dip.
All right. Yeah, anyone who listens to this, I almost said everyone who listens to this, like anyone would, but
he's got the spirit.
Yeah.
Welcome to the team.
Anyone who listens to this is gonna be like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" That's the worst thing ever. Which is the best vacation you've ever had?
That's not a bad question.
Thailand.
Phuket.
I didn't go to Phuket actually, or fuck it,
Or fuck it, yeah, as it's more commonly known.
Yeah. No, I just went for 5 weeks, and we've talked about this extensively on the podcast and my fascination with the toilets over there.
Well, they're just like the holes in the floor, right?
No, it's the handheld bidet that I like, the old soda stream thing that you can fire up your anus. Anyway, Thailand.
Fun for the whole family.
5 weeks all over. It proposed to my now fiance.
Oh.
It's all good, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, you will?
Good question. It's a toss-up between...
Was that your holiday?
It's a toss-up between two bunk beds. No.
Between two men.
Yeah. So I was the lucky Pierre. No, it's a toss-up between Skiathos in Greece, which was really nice, like first holiday.
Skiathos?
Yeah.
He's in the new Game of Thrones season, isn't he?
Yeah.
I thought it was a new Marvel villain.
It's really nice. It's good. I recommend it.
Skiathos.
Yeah.
You?
Skiathos the Targaryen.
Best vacation. Probably when I was a kid. Family, we took a trip cross country to go to a theme park.
Hey, bud.
No, and no, it was weird because I mean it was a cool trip. We got to see all this stuff, you know. A lot of
National
sights.
Lampoon's Vacation.
Yeah, but when we got there, Wally World was closed. Yeah, no.
Damn it.
I don't really go on vacations.
That's because you're always traveling.
Yeah, that's true.
Busman's holiday.
I don't know. I went to Disney World as an adult, which is awesome. Highly recommend it because as a kid, like
you can just push all the kids out of the way, can't you? I guess when you're an adult.
Like as an adult, like. All the stuff that was fun as a kid is still fun, and all the stuff that wasn't fun as a kid is now fun. So, like, everything is fun. It's friggin' awesome.
Okay. Sweet.
The magic never dies.
No, just don't drink the water in the It's a Small World ride.
Okay. Why? What did you do in it?
I imagine that's quite clear.
Wow.
Cool. No, that's from a Simpsons episode. And since Simpsons is so popular over here.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I liked it up until,
20 years ago.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, exactly. On that Tomshell, we'll wrap up. Thank you, Mike, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It's been enlightening. Thank you, James.
Yes, indeed. It's like a billion degrees in here.
And yeah, we need to get out of this sweat hole.
I've got some serious ball soup going on.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I need to decant this shit.
Decant the duck butter.
Yeah. Duck butter.
You got a little crotch rock going on?
Do you know what duck butter is?
I can probably guess.
It's the stuff that you got going on right now.
Yeah. You can follow us using WATCast.net and check us out on Twitter.
Wait, WATCast?
WATCast.
What?
Cast. Damn it.
WATCast.
WATCast. Sorry. You can follow us at WATCast.net.
Oh, we should have done the whole episode with you doing American accent and you doing British. And then at the end, we just go, reveal.
I would shake my arms towards like, what? Right, governor.
You have to do that.
Will this be on the telly?
Say anything at all.
Yeah.
Am I on the old goggle box, am I?
I was talking to the Queen. I need 500 gold M&Ms to fit a brandy glass or else he won't go on stage.
I don't even know what that is.
It's from Wayne's World 2. The story the guy tells.
Okay. I'm quite scared, so I'm going to sign
So
off.
Frampton pops his head out the picture window and says, "There's a little sweet shop at the edge of town." So we go, but it's bloomin' closed. So we're breaking into this little sweet shop at the edge of town.
We've gone into a loop.
Yeah.
We're in a cycle.
Let's cut it off.
Done.
Bye.
Saws.
Now we need to leave some silence for Will.
Oh, yeah. Well played.
Yeah.
Moment of silence.
Yeah.
We need about 10 seconds. Is that enough?
I can't do it. It's
Well,
impossible. It's
Was
like
that enough?
No,
I didn't say anything.
never enough.
Fuck it, it's fine.
Oh wait, can I do my impression?
Of not Mason Verger again.
Cardell. Get the pegs, Cardell.
Is that the dude had his face eaten?
Yeah! First time ever someone knew who that was. Nice to see you, Clarice. Hey, Cardell.
It's what you do with your mouth. It like sells it.
Get the pegs.
Bye.
Bye.